afternoon, viewers, and welcome to the program Knowledge Center. Once again, my name is Ford Johnson. Like I've introduced myself before, I'm a writer, a creative writer, and a content writer. Today, I will be focusing on one of my latest books titled Master Your Child, and the subtopic or the subtitle reads How to Train Your Child Physically and Spiritually. It has come to my knowledge that a lot of our children destiny are being jeopardized, being affected. What I am seeing today, in the next 10, 20 years and 30 years, what we are going to be having in our streets, in our workforce, political sectors, are either vagabonds or children who have been mistrained. Forgive me for using that word, but I'm just trying to express what it is like. Go to our neighborhoods, go to the ghettos, go to the villages in Abuja, go to the villages in our locality states. You will understand what I am talking about. It is based on this that I came up with this book titled Master Your Child. This book will give you a clue on how to raise a child spiritually, physically, without making any mistake. By going through this book, you will be able to have a knowledge of which you need to align the destiny of these children. I tell you this, children face more attack than we adults do, but so many of us do not know this, and it is a truth and a fact. I want to take your permission to just read the introduction of this book from my system. But before I do that, I want to plead also for you to understand this book will be displayed on the screen for you as I'm talking to you. I don't have the hard copy here, but if you want to buy this book, it's not up to $2. It's just about $1.99. You can pick it up from lulu.com. I did not publish it on amazon.com. It was published on lulu.com. So you can pick your copy there. Just $1.99. Let's go straight to the introduction. The future of this world and that of the next generation depends on our children. And how we train these kids and bring them up spiritually and physically will determine what the future and the next generation will be and look like. The world is revolving fast, and so is everything in it affected, either positively or negatively. Our children are fast and smartly aligning themselves with the new lifestyles, ideologies, visual, technically man-made visual concepts, belief system, and the underworld imported lifestyles, which is and have become a major factor to combat when it comes to do with raising these kids. What can we do and what should I do remains the top secret question in the deepest parts of the hearts of most parents. Most of our children have gone wild before our very eyes, yet we are so engrossed with the thought of how they can be changed from such a wild lifestyle to something better and perhaps to a godly life. But you see, this has become very challenging for so many parents out there thereby jeopardizing and causing a sleepless night to our parents. Thinking and perturbing have become the secret indwelling thoughts that have covered our minds and supposed life. Yet, fortunes and comfortable feelings that should have gratified our happiness at old age have completely been erased from our history, and the story of joy that should have emanated from these kids has become compromised till this day. This book, Master Your Child, will remain a guide to what every woman, parents must know before pregnancy / immediately after birth, and how a child can be raised and trained spiritually and physically. This is a proven spiritual and physical methodology that will work for many, and for sure it will also do the same for you. With my simple approach of making the chapters short and readable, I strongly know and hope that you will never regret getting in touch with these materials in your hands or on your device. This book was not written out of a desire for money. Rather, I have written it out of my love for these children, especially the African children who are suffering so much. These kids suffer so much in the hands of uneducated parents, untrained stepmothers / parents, untrained parents, and poverty-stricken parents who keep on transferring aggression of their frustration to these innocent children by beating them unnecessarily. They also go as far as neglecting them, thereby exposing them up to dangers such as kidnapping, rape, negative environmental influence, health hazards, and I tell you this, many have lost their lives because of these mistakes. As you read this book, I strongly believe that your long-awaited questions will be answered, but please keep it handy because it will determine a lot about this generation and the generation to come. God bless you as you read this book. I will only talk about one chapter in this book. I may not go deep, but I will only highlight it so that you can benefit from it. I'm going to be talking about chapter 1, why you should fight for your baby's destiny or for your child's destiny. A lot of us adults think that children do not face spiritual warfare. But I'm here to tell you this, that children fight or are being exposed to spiritual warfare more than we adults. I was reading a book by Napoleon Hill, a very powerful book. In that book, Napoleon Hill unveiled a top secret. He said that children's lives are more endangered, and that children, in his encounter with Satan, where he confronted Satan face to face and was able to force him to confess, that Satan was able to confess to him that their focus is not on adults, rather children. Then he asked him, why are you people focusing on adults? Satan told him this: adults doesn't have much time to live on planet Earth, but children do. So if we can catch them young, they will have a longer time to serve us in our kingdom. Hear this. Have you ever asked yourself, why is it that when a newborn baby is given birth to, immediately it is midnight, that child begins to cry and cry and cry? Though this does not happen to all babies, but it mostly happens to children whose life are endangered. But a spiritual father or a spiritual parent will definitely begin this fight before that child is born. Now, as a parent, what are you supposed to do to make sure that you master the destiny of your child? As a parent, as a father, as a mother, what are you supposed to do to make sure that the destiny of your child is not truncated, neither compromised? A lot of children's destiny are already compromised. The way children lie these days, the kind of play they play, the kind of things they do, you will simply be asking yourself, where are they learning these things? It simply means that something has taken over them. Remember the scripture that says, the spirit that worketh in this world now works in the children of disobedience. Any child that the parents does not fight over his head would definitely lose his life or place spiritually and physically. That is why, as a parent, you must stand on the watch over the life of your children, especially before birth. When are you supposed to engage into a spiritual warfare over the destiny of your child? It starts from conception. As a man, the moment your wife tells you, honey, I have missed my period, that is the day warfare begins. That is the day you begin to pray spiritually and intensively.